Bitcoin sell-off continues. The question that many of you may have at home is, how low could we go? Is the worst over? Where are we at within the cycle? Is the bull market invalidated and over? There's a lot that we need to discuss in today's show. As you can see, the banter bubbles charts over here representing the top 100 altcoins are getting absolutely obliterated, with pretty much every single coin in the red on the daily time frame, weekly also not looking too hot. So the sell-off continues, and based on the sell-off, we're actually seeing mass liquidations come back into the market, with in the last 24 hours just shy of $200 million worth of liquidation events, right? So longs and shorts getting liquidated. Of course, the vast majority being longs at 171 million and longing straight into resistance, which we actually covered yesterday with the Whale Room Live members as it was happening. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the show. And then, as always, I do want to give you a massive round of applause. Congratulations for still being here. Well done, well done. You are the crowd that are probably going to make it. So let's get into the content over here. And I'll start off over here again with Bitcoin dominance. Just a very, very quick reminder and overview that it's extremely rare that market cycles top when Bitcoin dominance is topping. Instead, market cycles tend to top in price-wise when Bitcoin dominance is bottoming, because that shows that most of the market have moved into that extreme greed zone where they're bidding altcoins and the far right side of the risk curve the most, right? That's what they're bidding the most. Same thing if you look over here on, of course, ETH BTC chart coming into the bottom of that falling wedge. We're keeping an eye on that, and you can see ETH USD not looking too hot, right? ETH USD coming all the way back down to that wick over there. Could it pierce that? Could it break below that? Absolutely, that's in the realm of possibility. A sub or even on par with $2,000 ETH USD is a possibility coming back into this trend line over here, which is rising. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But again, just a little bit of extra confidence. You can have a look over here at the altcoin season index, and basically what I want to showcase to you is, again, when it's operating in the bottom over here, which is in the green, that's very, very unlikely where you would see the market cycles top. Instead, the market cycles top, which is going to be the blue over here, when the altcoin index is all the way in the top over there. So we'll turn that off to make it a little bit easier to see. So as that operates in that top section over there, this is usually where your Bitcoin market cycle tops come into play. And instead, the altcoin season index indicators oscillating all the way at the bottom over here, which means that it's probably the last buy the dip opportunity. We can also have a look over here at the total cryptocurrency market caps for total 1, 2, and 3. And we spoke about it yesterday, how it is in a massive, massive bull flag over here, rising towards the upside. But what's more interesting is always when you focus on those timing factors, and the yellow line that's running down the screen over here vertically represents the halving cycle date. Now, if you have a look at this, on total, this is the total cryptocurrency market cap. It took exactly 546 days or 546 bars on a daily time frame before following the halving cycle, before the market topped, right? You can see over there, I marked it off exactly on the Pico top over there. Keep that number in mind. Say it to yourself over there, 546. That's 546. Now let's go to the next one and see how long that one took over here from the next halving cycle. There's the halving cycle date over there. How many days to the exact Pico top of the next cycle? And the answer, if you said it to yourself, 546, you would be correct. Exactly 546 days from halving cycle to exact cycle top. So where are we within the greater scheme of things when you're looking at the total cryptocurrency market cap? Well, here's your halving cycle. We are currently following that halving cycle date, exactly 136 bars in, and you'd be looking at least another there it is, 409 bars before hitting that 546 date, which is going to be coming in on the 18th to 19th of October, give or take, depending on where you are in the world. So food for thought, something interesting to look at over there. And we pretty much saw exactly the same thing, right? When you look at the bars over here for total 2, it's absolutely no different. This one was 539, 546. So give or take, you're looking at about 539 to 546. Takes you into October 2021. 25. If you look here at 𝗕𝗘𝗟𝗏, which is your true degen market cap, well, same thing, 546. That's going to take you to a similar date. And this is your current trajectory, right? You're caught within this parallel channel, which is declining towards the downside, also sometimes known as a bull flag. But I must say, it's getting very, very extended, right? Lower lows and lower highs is the name of the game. And this is your major key support. In a worst case scenario, you might see something like that for 𝗕𝗘𝗏. That would absolutely smash the altcoins. Could it happen? They do call it 𝗕𝗘𝗬𝗕 for a reason. Well, that would be another 23% down for the 𝗕𝗘𝗏 altcoins, which is pretty much the majority of your altcoins. It's just minus Bitcoin, minus ETH. Another 23% down. That would look pretty bad, right? I do want to just remind you what the halving cycles typically look like. Right now, we are operating, if you just follow my cursor over here, we're operating within this phase, just following the halving cycle, this phase over here, second halving cycle, this phase over here, third halving cycle. And this is typically what it looks like, right? So you spend about the first part of the orange block over here in that bottoming and reaccumulation phase. And then usually your parabolic phase comes in the second half. So right now, we've just crossed the fourth halving. We've finished the reaccumulation phase, and you should be looking for the rapid expansion. But the trends are definitely down. There's absolutely no denying that. This is your 5-day time frame. You can see just lower lows and lower highs just bleeding out over here. Bears in full control on total 1, 2, and 3, holding price towards the downside, even on others, right? If you look at the others, which is the all the altcoins minus the top 10 on coin market cap, also just bleeding down, which means you should be looking for the next levels of support. We are coming off incredibly low volatility over here, which means that you definitely want to see bulls take back control. By bulls taking back control, they'll give this the opportunity to squeeze back down one more time, reset the volatility, and then look for expansion in the right direction. If expansion comes now, well, ultimately, this is of low volatility. Expansion towards the downside would mean much, much lower prices. And we'll talk about that, where those levels could be. Currently, this is your inverse head and shoulders formation. Very, very, very close to being invalidated. If you have some sort of a miracle candle that comes into the close of this week, there's an opportunity that maybe, just maybe, it could still be valid, but very, very sloppy. We'll still keep an eye on that. That is on Bitcoin. And here's your weekly time frame. These are your validation or invalidation levels, depending on whether you're bullish or bearish. Keep it super simple, right? Very, very simple. If Bitcoin gets back above $65,050 on a weekly time frame, I've marked it off over here. That is the level to clear. Get back above that, and bulls are back. Until then, it is risk towards the downside, and bears remain in control, governing price lower and lower. That's your weekly time frame. You know it. Get back above the 21 EMA, take out the previous lower high, and close above there, and things could still be looking good, right? This is on the daily time frame. It's no different. There it is. I've marked it off. 60,050. That's the level to reclaim. Get back above there, and you've reclaimed the 200 EMA, 200 MA, the 9 and 18 exponential moving average, which I will also remind you, we recently just printed yet another bear moon, which means it's going to be 2 weeks of pressure for the bulls to hold price up over here. And bulls will consider it a victory if they can literally just do this. If price comes down into the 52K region, holds that, and we have higher closing candles in comparison to that level over there. That way, when we flip this onto a line chart, which would look like this, you should see something like this, right? On a closing candle basis, you should see price, hopefully, and we'll probably circle that region, we should see price hopefully closing above those levels over there. Therefore, you want to see daily closes continuing to hold above this level, which is exactly where it's at right now, right? So it doesn't rule out that you can get wicks that come down there, but bulls will be looking at that as a victory, right? Currently, your pivot level is situated right now at 58,000, which means if bulls get above 58, RSI starts to trend back up, but you got a massive amount of resistance over here overhead. And if you look over here at the, of course, the hash ribbons buy indicator that occurred, and you go onto a higher time frame like the 5-day time frame, well, theoretically on the high time frame, this is still valid, right? Where this printed over here suggests that you don't want to be taking out the lows over here. So again, additional support that on this daily time frame, bulls will be looking to defend that level. If they can close higher, that will be looking good. Bitcoin hash rate continues to climb towards the upside, and usually price does follow. So definitely a lot of pressure. Trends are towards the downside. We've spoken about the major inflection points a whole lot in terms of the timing cycles where things start to mark up. Your 6-month mark for this correction from top all the way to current levels would be the 12th of September. Now, this could theoretically go on for 9 months in a very, very extreme case, but I think it is unlikely. I think the high probability is that this time is not different. This time will rhyme similar to the prior times, which means that at some point into the 6-month mark over here, which is only a couple of days away, right? If we just grab our ruler over there, we are literally only 8 days away from the 6-month mark, and from where things usually get heated in the rest of the cycles, 32 days, right? 32 days. Okay, so we will keep an eye on that. Okay, let's go on over here. I also want to outline, we did give this in the Whale Room Discord yesterday, just having a look at the posturing of these candles, right? The candles provide a lot of valuable information. You could see yesterday a lot of longs opening up into resistance right over here, and that is your 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. The blue one, if you put on the hourly time frame, this would have been hitting the 200 EMA, both levels of confluence, looking for the rejection off of that level. And I said over here, just watch for the rejection. Prior candle looking like a warning signal, and you guys know that's exactly what happened next, right? Price coming towards the downside. That is in live action over here, and this is following a massive buildup of long liquidity, raising their stop losses up, looking to take those players out. So again, I stand by what I said. Watch for the spikes down into that 52, 53K region. That is essentially the levels where you're watching for major support to be found. And the way that we could see this yesterday, you could see there were no massive long liquidations until such time as the open interest flush, and you could see them building up longs, right? Here it was, the funding rate going extremely positive right into that resistance level, open interest increasing as well towards the upside. There it was, open interest up, and we're waiting for the flush of that open interest. We covered this on the Whale Room Live yesterday, and as soon as that flush came, boom, shortly afterwards, you got a massive series of longs getting liquidated again, most specifically 171 million, which is very significant numbers. Those are usually big enough numbers to almost consider a reset in the market. Usually when you're seeing in the region of, between 250 and 400 billion or million, is it million or billion? Let's just double check. Million, 250 to 400 million dollars worth of liquidations taken when coming into a key level. That oftentimes is where you start to look for a little bit of a reversal within the market. So deltas have gone from positive yesterday, which we outlined on the show, to now suddenly negative. Of course, now they're shorting, right? So always retail late to the party, chasing price in the wrong direction. Now they're looking to flip short. We did cover this again in Whale Room, right? Here is the injective short. If you go up to the actual trade over here, this was from Josh the Navigator. Absolutely amazing trade, taking the long into the short, back down into the long over there, and ultimately absolutely nailing it over there for injective, getting full profits into the golden pocket, the 0.65 to 618. Remember, guys, I'm not the only trader over there. There's a lot of professional traders in the group. We have 4 or 5 of us that are constantly feeding you information, and there is always a style out there for you that's in Whale Room. If you do want to join, there is a link in the description below. I will warn you, in the future, the pricing will go up, and the people that are in Whale Room now will be locked in at that price, right, for lifetime. So just to keep you up to date with that, use the link while you still can. Take advantage and jump into Whale Room. Now, fear and greed is reset down to 27, back into the extreme fearful zone. Now, you guys know it. If we are still in a bull market, this provides a major opportunity during Rectember, right? We know that October, also known as Uptober, is usually where the trends begin to shift. And we spoke about this. Most likely, the worst should be over coming into the 3rd week of September. So utilize this as an opportunity to hone in on your skills, zoom into the market, keep your finger on the pulse, and don't become complacent when it matters most, which is right now. It matters most right right now to stay within the market. All right, let's continue. Casper fast approaching our key level over here. I said I would absolutely love to get Casper back in the 14 cents region, and a lot of the coins are going to look like this, where they're going to come for their 50% level, right? So you have this wick over here, wick high, wick low. You measure the midpoint over there, it's coming in at 14 cents over there, and a lot of the coins may come back to fill some of that inefficiency, test the liquidity, and then start to move towards the upside. So I'm keeping an eye out on that. That's one thing. Let's go through a couple of others. How's Solana doing? So Solana is starting to push up. It hit our level. We've been marking out this zone for quite a long period of time. Let's see how close it got to the exact zone. So clean that up over there. Let's grab our fib tool and let's just quickly mark everything out. So it got to, where is the 50%? Didn't quite hit it, but it got very, very close. May have been front run. 119.85 was the level that we're watching for. Nevertheless, it came into the pink zone over here. We've been eyeing that out for a couple of days now. Hits that level. Watch for this as major support if you can start to see signs of reversal over here. Remember, you traded level to level. So this is range low. You trade it back to the mid-range. If it can hold with strength above mid-range, you can trade that all the way back to the range high. What would be a bit of a warning signal is if you did see Solana gaining acceptance below this level with multiple candle closes under 120. If it does that, I may actually have to consider cutting my Solana position, because at that point, you could be dropping all the way back down to 80. And if you lose 80, well, it's level to level. We'll talk about that when relevant. I don't think it's relevant right now. All right, 𝗬𝗎 also showing a little bit of relative strength over here compared to the rest of the market. You know, not massive, but just a little bit of relative strength. Green when the rest of the market is red, coming into the fair value gap over here. This is the area of interest where we're looking for prices to move onwards and upwards. Okay, we got Injective as well. Let's see if we can get some strength into this zone over here. I may actually look to allocate a little bit into Injective starting today, just after the show over here. Let's see how's Mantra doing. Actually holding up, believe it or not. I cannot believe it, because of the grinding into this trend line over here. It did start to look like it was going to break down, but it's a do or die situation for the Mantra bulls. Mantra bulls will want to send price up very, very quickly from here, or they do risk breaking down this trend line. All right, let's see what other main coins do we have to look at over here. We've been eyeing out 𝗂𝗧 in the zone right now. Keep an eye out on that level, filling the 50%. It hit that level literally right now, today, this morning. So that could be a zone of interest. Okay, Tau also kind of chopping about over here, still low lows and lower highs. Got a lot of work to do to start to reverse that trend. Do keep an eye out on that. By the way, I do want to also just mention, if you want to trade any of these coins, most of them are listed over here on Blofin, right? So Blofin is a non-KYC exchange. You don't require any passports, ID, anything like that, or personal information, just an email address. You can sign up. If you do use the link in the description below, which is my special link I organized for you guys, because it qualifies you for Injective, and here we have it. If you spin the wheel, you can spin the wheel to win 𝗬𝗎, Injective, Rune, Mantra. These are coins that I'm bullish on for the long run. There's a couple of these spins that are still available, first come, first serve. And if you deposit $100, you will get $10 in 𝗬𝗎 deposited directly into your wallet. Just keep in mind, if you're wondering when the deposit's coming, it's going to be coming at the end of the campaign. You have exactly 6 days, 3 hours left to go, right? So take advantage of that while you still can. And let's continue. Let's continue on over here. Okay, I see you got a couple of coin requests over here. Few of you want Filecoin. We'll have a look at Filecoin, Theta, Popcat. Okay, let me try go in that order: Filecoin, Theta, and then Popcat. So let's have a look at Filecoin. All right, Filecoin still weak, right? Still very, very weak, just bleeding out lower lows and lower highs. But I would start to look for a shift in the strong downward momentum for more of a ranging market at the moment. So watch for this to start to transition. Remember, the thesis over here is that likely leading into December is where most of the altcoins would have bottomed, right? So but anywhere between now and leading into the end of the year, something like this. So I'll mark out the zones over here. You're looking for a real bottoming formation. And I don't think that it's going to be, a capitulation further down in price, but more in time, right? So probably something like this for a lot of the coins that are out there. create this massive reaccumulation range, and then leading into the new year 2025 is going to be the year of the bull, right? I don't know if it's the Chinese year of the bull, but when it comes to the crypto markets, it's going to be the year of the bull. So we'll keep an eye on that. Watch that level over there. That was, of course, next we said 𝗕𝗬𝗓, right? And then we said PopCat. So that is Filecoin. Let's go to 𝗕𝗬𝗓. 𝗕𝗬𝗓 USDT. Let's go. Okay, 𝗕𝗬𝗓 USDT also coming off of an extremely strong downtrend, just absolutely nuking towards the downside over here. Your major levels of support are coming in at between that 70 and 78 cents. So watch that zone. Where do things start to shift? Well, similar to Bitcoin, right? You need to see a break of structure, which means things need to get back above 140. But before that happens, you do probably continue to range. So that is the thesis, right? Watch for the ranging market, reaccumulate at the bottom of the ranges leading into the end of December. And then the next one that you asked for was PopCat. So let's have a look at PopCat. All right, how's PopCat doing? Is it still showing relative strength? And I think the answer is yes, it is, right? Of course, very highly volatile. So candles in a day can go down 14%, and then they can also go up 14%. Major key levels to hold is going to be this trend line, which is rising over here. I said in a worst case scenario, maybe come down to about 41 cents. So we are watching that over there. That is on PopCat. I saw there was a question on WIF. Okay, WIF also coming into this tight wedge over here. Now, if we mark off on the charts over here and we go to December, well, December is actually pretty far away. I do think that this one will probably bottom before then. Watch as you move closer towards the apex, timing-wise. So if we look at that, timing-wise, maybe into October at some point, if it does just continue to bleed, some points in October, you'll see WIF most likely forming a major bottom. As it currently stands, this is the level to clear. It's going to be $2.31. That will break you out of the downsloping trend line, break you out of the falling wedge, and also break the structure for the chart over here. Ultimately, this is what you want to see, right? Hypothetically, if it did play out, like I said, maybe you see something like this, a little bit of a deeper sell-off into the third week of September, and then start to push up. Now our validation of the bull case will be lower down to this level, but you'd need to see that, right? Break above, and then start to move out of that zone over there. So let's quickly change that color. There you go, just so you can see it. That is it. That's what we're looking for. Okay, something like that. What else? What else have we got? Moo the bull. Yes, we can have a look at Moo the bull. Do I have it on this list though, is the question. Probably need to go to this one over here. So let's have a look at Moo the bull. Okay, how is Moo doing? Down 9.2%, sitting at a $86 million market cap. And this is it. It's ranging, right? So it's lost that upsloping trend line. That is the first sign of weakness. But signs of strength would be holding above the breakout level. This was the breakout level that got price sent higher. I actually had a look. I saw a tweet yesterday. One of the biggest meme coin bulls out there, or whales, put $20 million into memes about a month ago, and he's lost $10 million, but he's still holding. So they say a sign of conviction. One of the coins that he's holding is actually Moo the bull. So that's Moo the bull over there. Also, let's continue on over here. I've seen this just came out from the block. FBI says North Korean hackers are aggressively targeting crypto people and crypto employees. I don't know if you guys know this, but the predominant GDP of North Korea is harvesting their own people's organs and selling it to China. That's the one thing. Nuclear weapons is the second thing. And hacking crypto. That's what they do. This is where their GDP comes from. Those three sectors, absolutely wild. Please, guys, protect your crypto. I've mentioned it many times before. Use the link in the description below. Literally, you can get the deal with NordVPN using our link over here. It's specific to you guys. It's giving you literally 73% off on NordVPN. It's just an easy way. You can put your VPN into double protective mode. So you put a VPN on once, and then you go and you put another VPN on top of that VPN. That makes it virtually impossible, unless you actually give up your private keys. It makes it virtually impossible for these guys to hack you. Use the link, take advantage. Please be safe out there. There's I'm sure you guys know the feeling when you lose your phone or your smartphone, your iPhone, whatever it is, that feeling that you have when all of that is gone. Now imagine that same feeling when your crypto gets hacked. There's nothing worse. I would much rather lose all of my crypto because I was irresponsible trading on 100x leverage with the chance of winning big than losing it due to a hack. There's literally nothing worse. All right, Moo the cow. Now we have Moo the cow. I've never even heard of Moo the cow, but let's have a look. This one's interesting. And I thought you were joking, but it does look real, right? Moo the cow must be this one. Is it this one over here? Well, that one is a cow. There's one from 2 years ago and one from 5 months ago. Let's have a look at the one on Sol. Can't be. This is 2.3K market cap. Big red flag over there. I don't know if I would touch that one. Let's see the one on BNB. Maybe it's this one over here, 36K. Also super low market cap. Super low market cap. Is the chart going to load? There it is. Very illiquid. You can see the way that it's trading over there. Okay, let's see. ENA. I see someone wants monkeypox. I'll actually have a look at monkeypox because I did see on CoinGecko that it was one of the top trending coins out there. So let's have a look at monkeypox. The question is, which one is it? You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. There's too many coins. There's too many of these meme coins launching. Let's go over here. It should be in the top. Here we have it. This one. I'm going to just have a look over here. We'll get a brief overview. Okay. Chart launched on 30th of August, so it hasn't been around very long. It is trending onwards and upwards. Fully diluted valuation, $60 million. This is the one on Sol. So you can probably add it in like this rather. Let's grab it like that. Monkeypox on Sol 6 days ago. Let's have a look. I don't know who's involved. Is it the cabal? I don't know. I don't know when it comes to this one over here. 4-hour time frame. I mean, would I be buying it now? No, probably not. These guys are up. Let's see in terms of market cap where they started. Okay, let's see. Wait, there we go. Just quickly switch that to market cap. Okay, so it started at about 16,000. So it started at quite a high market cap over here, 22K, up almost 2,000%. I'll probably wait for a pullback if I was interested in something like this. It does have a lot of holders, 22,400. Not bad. Maybe one to put on the watch list, right? One to put on the watch list. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Take advantage of the Blowfin sign up. Join us in Whale Room, right? As I showed you, there's tons of alpha over there, and the pricing will go up. If you join now and you stay in, you'll be locked in at that fee for a lifetime. So I'll see you all on the next one. Have a great day, and cheers for now.